occupy silence.
It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence. But that's literally... Dude, that's literally what I do every time I'm streaming. The reason I stream is to have a conversation with nobody. Just to occupy silence. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be hanging out with Heizou. As you can see, I have an entire squad of Inazuma Animo, which is gonna go wonderfully if we have a fight, I'm sure. Hello Turtle, how are you? Okay, just gonna preface, I will not spoil Inversion of Genesis at all, because I have a couple videos where you can listen to me talk about Inversion of Genesis. I will not spoil it this time, but I will just say I'm still thinking about how I feel about it. That being said, we have Wonder here, got Heizou, and we have all the Inazuma Animo. So we're gonna do Heizou's Hangout.
Got a sharp tongue?
Finally, I didn't miss a stream. Yay! That's great. And that's why sometimes I try to schedule them like in advance too, even though I end up having to change the schedule sometimes. Like then maybe people can like think in advance. Oh hey, I can check out the stream. But for me, I'm happy now because school's almost over, except for I have one more final exam, then school's over. But sorry, I'm still a little bit thinking about Inversion of Genesis, but we're not talking about that here. I've already talked about it. We're gonna do Heizou's Hangout. Let's just start doing Heizou's Hangout because I need this to make me feel better. Oh, right. Okay, the reason I'm at Dragon's Spine, not like Inazuma, because I just saw this on Instagram. I was like, no way this is real, and it is real. So, okay, I not want to stand next to the Statue of 7, but when the cold meter shows up, the cold meter, and every other character, like say Kazuha, then of course like it's cold, you have like your breath like starts to like evaporate, you know, you start to see your breath in front of you. The same with like, you know, Heizou, I bring out Heizou, you can see him breathing. Same with Sayu, you know, you can see everybody here is cold. By the way, none of you are dressed for this weather. And then nothing. Absolutely nothing, because he doesn't even need to breathe, so he's not even doing that. Yeah, that's a thing. probably Raiden Shogun Puppet does the same thing. So doesn't need to breathe, doesn't need to eat food, doesn't need to sleep. Yeah, he's just gonna, you know, watch us while we sleep because he doesn't need to sleep. Okay, let's get started with this. Hello there, Sango. How's it going?
What if the
Because he's a robot? Yeah, he's like a synthetic life form.
What am I supposed to do?
And he's designed... what if the traveler's unavailable? I'm right here. But yeah, basically, because he's designed by the Raiden Shogun to, like... be the prototype for a being that can be the vessel of eternity, you know. So that would mean, you know, never die, don't need to sleep or eat or regain energy in any way, and can just keep functioning the same way over and over repetitively. That would be what the prototype requirements would be, and that's why Skirmish actually has those traits, isn't it? Did you try the TCG? I have not tried the TCG yet. I'm gonna try. That'll probably be the next stream I do. That's Genshin Impact. Will probably be trying the TCG. Yeah. I'm here.
Well, it's not like you were ever really busy to begin with.
Me? You think I'm not busy? I'm still busy with a lot of things.
No, I'm very busy. I'm busy standing here. I have to stand here all day.
Even if it's a commission you're unwilling
to take,
your
excuse
is just pathetic.
A commission you're unwilling to take?
Yes, that's why I've asked you to come over. Allow me to explain.
Okay, do explain.
A key member of the Tenryou Commission has recently gone missing. No one has seen them, and their whereabouts are currently unknown.
Oh,
the Tenryou Commission has entrusted us to find this person discreetly because it would be a hassle for them to look for this person openly for a variety of reasons.
Okay.
Their name is...
Kujosara. That's right. The general has gone missing.
Oh, really?
If the general was really missing, the Tenryo Commission would have flipped Inazuma on its head by now.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
They would only commission us for a case like that.
It's really fun. Yeah,
Please
I'll be
ignore
sure to check it
Sango's
out
nonsense, traveler.
soon.
In fact, the missing person's
I could
name
use
is
some.
Shikanoin
I could
Heizou.
use some fun after
He
all
works as a
the
special detective at the police.
emotional pain.
Although his rank is merely a doshin, he is quite competent and held in high regard by the police station.
Do they think he's more competent than me?
Well, obviously not. They're coming to
Get that
you
don't
to
want
get help to
Sango.
find
Or
him.
could you at least try not to make things more difficult here? Sorry, traveler. Even though I accepted the commission, as you can see, Sango's less than thrilled to be involved in this case.
Because the pay is low? Because there are too few clues? No, it's just because she doesn't like him.
Nope. Not even close.
She just doesn't like
If you
him.
really want to know why, it's because I absolutely refuse
Yeah.
to deal with that brat's nonsense. The only news that could make me happier than Shikanoin has gone missing would be Shikanoin has been missing for 100 years.
Oh, like Farazan.
Needless to say, Sango and Heizou have a
I
bit
see
of
what
a
you mean.
history.
Yeah, they're competitors.
Well,
They're
it's a little
rivals.
more
They
serious
don't
than
even
that.
think. She doesn't even think
According
they're
to
in the same
Sango,
line of work.
Heizou was an obstacle in her path to the Temple of Truth.
Like a yappy dog that was constantly in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Heizou has a unique personality, he's actually a nice guy. Really, I've learned a lot from him.
Yep.
So I can't
I
just
can believe
ignore
that.
this case, even if Sango doesn't approve. At the very least, I could entrust the commission to someone capable and trustworthy, like you, traveler.
Like me. I'm honored. I see, so you're outsourcing it to me.
Huh? No, it's not like that. Listen, I'll pay the
It's
entire
fine.
amount
I do
originally
tasks
promised
for
by the
you
Tenryo
guys
Commission.
and for the
And
Tenryo
I'll even
Commission
personally throw in some
all the
additional
time.
funds.
This is nothing
I'm really
new.
hoping you can take this commission, traveler.
Thanks. I will take
If
it.
Heizou truly is in danger, I know he'll be safer with you by his side.
Yeah, no problem, but I'll need more information.
Great. We've learned that Heizou had expressed interest in Watatsumi Island before he disappeared.
Okay.
During the war, he apparently carried out some mission on Watatsumi Island. And once the war ended, he made frequent visits to the island.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you have a good standing with Sango no Miya. I think it might be a good idea to use that as a starting point for your investigation.
Understood. I will head there immediately.
Well, that's about all I have to tell you. Oh, please take this commission letter from the police station. If you find Heizou, return there and report back to them.
Sounds good. Alright. Time to... Mission Find Heizou. We're gonna... Find Heizou. We're gonna find Heizou. And I'm gonna be super excited to meet him. I am really excited to meet him. I'm excited to meet Heizou in the game, like... Because, you know, I just have him as a character. I want to meet him.
Oh, it's you. The captain of Swordfish 2?
Yeah, you
My name is
remember
Shibata.
me. I'm
in
honored.
charge of the watch here. May I inquire as to what the captain needs?
I am here for information about a specific individual. Question to find Heizou.
So his name is Shikanoin Heizou, huh? Yes, I'm familiar with the detective. He used to stroll around the area. Her Excellency had assigned me to keep a close eye on him at the time, fearing that he would do something unpleasant. But I eventually realized that he acted more like he was on a trip or something. Come to think of it,
sounds like he's
I
on a
believe he was recently
vacation.
spotted in the area east of the Sanganamiya Shrine.
Or maybe
Please feel
he
free to
is
go there and take a look
snooping
for yourself.
around and doing stuff. Who knows? Who knows at this point? We can just,
The wind rises.
you know, just do this. This is just how we do now. We're so high up. This is so bad. This time I'm deploying the glider. This time I'm not just gonna let him fall to his death. We can't. We can't. We have to protect him. Yeah, because in the video where I pulled for him, and then the first thing I did is I just went to like a cliff and said, "Oh my gosh, he can fly!" And then he just fell, and I didn't, and I just like, "Oh!" And then he just fell and hit the ground through the water, and I was like, "Oh."
Come on,
Sorry.
you guys. I'm nothing but a poor tourist with empty pockets.
Alright.
Please, you can just.
So
let me
here we're
go.
gonna see if my, all animal team is actually worth. And by all animal, I mean we're just gonna use Wander. Oh, maybe. No, that's not working. I still don't have good artifacts. Oh, thank you for putting fire on the gun. Alright, canonically we don't have Heizou yet because Heizou's in the cage, so we can't use Heizou yet. Come on.
Dead. You dare to gaze upon me?
Dare to gaze upon me. It's pretty fun flying around with Wander though. Come on, let me do my thing. Hello. Hey, you're free now. Nice to meet you.
Well, look who it is.
Hi.
I was wondering who could be valiant enough to wipe the floor with these guys so easily. Turns out it was the distinguished traveler.
Hello.
Really, I can't thank you enough.
Oh, have we met?
Of course I was aware of you long before you arrived in Inazuma. Though the Sakoku
Of course you do,
decree
'cause you
managed to
know
keep the country
everything.
locked up, it wasn't able to stop the incredible stories about you.
Yes, as we heard when
Every
we
day,
first
all
arrived
of
at
those little
Inazuma.
stories would come scurrying over to my desk, like files with little feet. I was actually thinking about going to meet you once I wrapped up the business at hand. Who would have guessed that you'd show up first? I got so excited I nearly forgot to introduce myself. The name's Shikanoin Heizou, Special Detective of the Tenryou Commission. It's a pleasure to meet you, Traveler.
Pleasure to meet you
I wish you
too.
all the best on your journey through Teyvat, by the way.
Thank you. Well, I've been commissioned to come and find you, so you better come back with me.
I guess that means I've taken over as the main character in your story today.
Maybe.
I've always heard that you take commissions from all kinds of people, helping
Fourth
everyone
wall
out
break.
with everything
Yeah,
you can
you're the
imagine.
center of attention for
So
today.
now it's my turn to take your help, huh? Don't mind if I do.
Well, aren't you curious about whose commission it is?
That was already obvious to me. It's no coincidence that you've arrived here, because that would be the stuff of an epic novel. The two protagonists of the story both travel to Watatsumi Island by chance. And
You
cross
are the
paths
protagonist
as
of this
by
story.
fate. The traveler from afar heroically rescues the weak and defenseless detective from the clutches of the ruthless Nobushi.
Is that what happened?
Traveler, you are so dreamy.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, though,
I will say that on
I
behalf
don't
of
believe in
Aether.
coincidences. So,
Traveler,
guessing
you
came to
are
me on the
so
police
dreamy.
station's commission, didn't you?
That's right. He likes you, Aether. Alright, how do you know that?
I'm a detective. Can you guess what gave it away?
No. Don't say you're an oracle. He'll be insulted by that. Deduce it from my demeanor.
Sounds like you already have some ideas about the work of a detective.
Sure.
Let me ask you this. What's that your little sidekick is holding? If I'm not mistaken,
Oh,
it's
she's
a
holding
commission
a
letter
little
from the
letter,
police
yeah.
station.
Hastily hides the commission letter. She's, oh, Paimon!
Paimon's just here
We rarely get to see Paimon in these Hangout events. Usually the Hangout is just us and the character. Just us. So we're just going out to do things and stuff and deal with problems. And Paimon can just take the day off. Is Paimon not supposed to be here? Yeah, it's a Hangout event, Paimon. You're supposed to take a day off. I'm not staring. I'm just taking a look.
Yeah, I'm also just taking a look.
He can look, but you can't.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. After all, this is the first time I've seen a voice.
A voice?
I must admit, I'm
that?
most intrigued.
Huh? Voice? What are you talking
Yeah, what are you talking about?
A vision is an external magical focus, right? Well, similarly, a voice is an external voice box.
Oh, I see.
Traveler isn't very talkative, but given how chatty you are, you must be his voice, right?
You know what? Yes, that's very true.
Paimon's not somebody's voice. Paimon's emergency food.
Paimon?
No, wait. Paimon's so upset she can't think straight.
He twisted her mind so much she called herself emergency food. I love the emergency food joke has gone so far.
You actually opened the cage yourself. You were only pretending to be captured by the Nobushi, weren't you?
Yeah, you definitely could have fought them off all by yourself, dude.
Come out with it, mister. What kind of schemes are you up to?
Yeah.
Sheesh. For someone who says they don't want to be a voice, you sure do talk a lot.
Yes, I'd also like to know what you're doing here, Detective Heizou.
Well, let me think for a moment. Yes, all this started a long time ago, during the war. Kujo
During the
Takayuki,
war.
who was head of the Tenryou Commission at the time, had secretly asked me to investigate the military capabilities of Sangonamiya.
I see. Well, he's
But I'd
not
already
the
grown
head of the
tired
Tenryou
of the guy for a
Commission
while.
anymore.
So I simply treated the trip as a paid vacation.
Oh, like a
I
business
heard
trip.
that Watatsumi Island is really beautiful. As for the mission, I thought I'd just come up with some random excuses.
So
or
you literally just
whatever
came here
when
for a
I got back.
vacation, completely ignoring the job you
first
sent
night
you were sent for
arrived
because
on
it was
Watatsumi
stupid.
Island, I had a dream.
Yeah?
The dream contained only one message, an echo resounding from the depths of the
What
earth
are you
that kept
talking about?
ringing in my ears, saying,
Saying? Yes?
"Something vital is missing on this island."
Something vital is missing on this island.
Isn't that bizarre? Something vital has gone missing on this island.
Well, I mean, dude, that was a dream, though.
Something evaporated into thin air.
That's not how it works. That's not real.
What could it be?
Is it?
Paimon bets it must be something delicious. You know, because the soil of Watatsumi Island can't grow crops. There's a shortage of food here.
Oh, good point. Good
Oh.
point. Good point.
Food, huh?
Food makes
about
sense
you,
that when
Traveler?
Paimon puts it that
What do
way.
you think is missing?
It's missing Paimon. It's missing music. Missing a deity. It is missing a deity. The music here is pretty. Paimon is Paimon. Maybe it was just a dream, but I think if I click that, I'm gonna lose all the hearts and he's gonna get really offended. It's missing Paimon.
Perhaps Watatsumi Island doesn't value your little partner as much as you do.
Come on.
Well, as long as the travelers
Watatsumi Island would love to have their own crab. Would love to have their own
Didn't have
Paimon.
the same dream again.
Sorry, that thing just
after I
crawled
left
into
this place. So I became
my
even
view.
more
I just
intrigued.
couldn't help it.
Was this really just some random dream? Some people believe that dreams represent the divine's helping hand, which I suppose
You
is
know,
understandable.
considering this Hangout
you
event
ask
came out
me,
right before
dreams
Sumeru,
have
that's a
nothing
very
to do with the
interesting
gods.
point to make about dreams.
Instead, they are flashes of intuition. It was my intuition
They're-
telling me that
I
there
mean,
was
you're-
something important about this island that...
Knowing what we know about dreams, though, from
Suddenly
Sumeru
vanished.
Archon Quest, that
So I
actually
decided
still a
to
little bit
accept
fits
this
in
little
with
commission for my
Hazel's,
intuition and investigate to see if we could
intuition
come up
thing.
with any compelling findings. Unfortunately, the investigation has had little progress up to this point.
Well, maybe it really was just a dream. Does it have anything to do with this Nobushi?
Who knows? I felt there was something peculiar about them, so I pretended to get captured to see if there were any leads that would surface. And that's when you showed up.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry for interfering with your plans.
Nah, don't worry about it. These guys were just a bunch of small fries. Besides, your arrival is much more important to me. I have a feeling you can help me find the answer to my dream.
Okay, was I in the dream? Is that
how would you
why?
like to partner
Or
up
do you
on this
just trust
We
me
can
to
work
you
together to
magically
solve
fix
the
everything
mystery.
like I usually do? But I have a commission to fulfill, so I'll have to bring you back first.
Yes, of course, I understand. But let me ask one more question. Did the police station say they are looking for me because of something important?
No, I suppose not.
Well, then it's probably nothing major. Most likely they're short on staff or something petty like that, and they happen to remember their model employee. So since
Well,
we're already here,
yeah,
why don't we
maybe.
just solve this puzzle together?
All
Once
right.
everything is settled,
Skipping
I'll
work with
gladly
Heizou.
accompany you back to the police station, or anywhere else you'd like to go. What do you think?
Oh, these are. Okay, very long. Okay, I'm curious about your dream to assist your investigation. I think your dream's really out there, but I'll take long since you're determined to stay. I'm curious about your dream, but it's my duty to bring you back. Your dream's really out there, so I think you should put this on. Okay. First of all, we will for the first route we will go and help him with his investigation. Oh,
It's a
he
deal,
liked
then.
that. His hearts went up.
So, let's get started, shall we? First, we can search the camp for clues.
Sounds good. What is this? Oh, now I can play Heizou.
Hey, isn't this crystal marrow?
It is crystal marrow. It's lots of crystal marrow. Hello, Shikanoin Heizou.
So, have you found anything?
Yes.
Good. Better.
Yeah. Just don't get mad at me not being as good at searching as you. Okay, there's that. There is
Ooh, what's the shiny
pearls.
thing? Oh, it's a Sango pearl.
So, have you found anything?
We found a bunch of crystal marrow and Sango pearls.
Yes, I've found pretty much the same. And there really are a lot.
Aren't these all super expensive? Oh, these must be the valuable things that went missing from the island.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. The Nobushi.
That does seem
must
to
have
happen a lot in
stolen them all.
Watatsumi Island, doesn't it?
I don't know if I'd go that far. The Nobushi would be very hard-pressed to find many opportunities to get their hands on commodities like these.
Huh?
Oh.
What do you mean? Did the Nobushi gather all this themselves?
No, that's unlikely. Crystal marrow is a rare material for crafting weapons, and Sango pearls are an even more precious commodity. Here's what I think. Due to Watatsumi's poor soil, the island's economy is quite fragile and heavily reliant on the trade of these special resources.
Yes.
So, it's absolutely vital that they keep them under lock and key and well out of the Nobushi's reach. Which means they got
so
lucky
much for
with a
that.
huge batch like this.
Yeah,
My
okay.
guess is they
Yeah,
ambushed a
but
caravan.
protecting their resources didn't really work out that well,
If we
did it?
go ask around the Sanganamiya shrine, we can find out if there have been any recent instances of caravans being plundered.
I know someone at the shrine. Ether, we know lots of people at the shrine. But if you talk about the guy we just met, then yeah.
Perfect. I knew you'd be a huge help.
Well, duh. The traveler is Paimon's companion.
Yeah, that's right. I'm Paimon's companion. Nice work, Paimon. Let's see. Hello there, Shibata.
Captain, I see you found the detective.
Watatsumi Island sure is a beautiful place.
Yep.
I don't think I could ever leave.
Vacation destination.
You can stay as long as you like, granted you don't cause any trouble, that is. Her Excellency has stated that all friendly visitors are welcome.
I'd like to know whether any merchants or caravans have recently reported incidents of stolen goods.
Incidents of stolen goods? Not that I'm aware of. Her Excellency has recently launched several measures to boost the economy, including the development of trade routes and establishing our own caravans. Troops have also been deployed to protect them, so it is only reasonable to assume that the current trade routes are already very safe. Any looting or theft would be practically unthinkable.
Interesting. Then what was all those
Strange.
boxes we came across then?
Then where did the Nobushi get those goods from?
Huh? You mean you found goods of unknown origin?
Yeah.
Yep, and it's all Sango pearls and crystal marrow, so we know it's local.
Could there have really been a theft that hasn't been reported? That shouldn't be the case. Well, perhaps you could go ask Todoroki.
Okay.
He's responsible for the caravans and is usually in the village at night preparing the goods. If something has happened, he should know about it.
Okay.
Great.
Sounds good.
Thank you for all the info. Let's go.
Hey, traveler!
Oh,
It's been a
hello,
while. I
Goro.
missed you. Why didn't you inform me that you'd be coming over today?
We just got here, that's why.
You're dismissed, Shibata. You may go about your other duties while I catch up with the traveler.
Hello, Goro.
Yes, General Goro.
How are
I
you?
overheard you discussing a case of stolen goods. Is that right?
Something like that.
That's right. We found a lot of Watatsumi's valuable products in a Nobushi camp.
Okay, good. We give the items to Goro.
I see. So you've come to ask if we know of any relevant cases. Well,
Well,
I'm ashamed to say that, yes, the caravans have been plundered. And not just once, I'm afraid.
oh no.
We had already dispatched additional forces to protect the
They're
caravans.
probably trying to
Yet the
keep
crooks
that under
still managed
wraps.
to get
If
away with the goods.
Shibata didn't know
And you're
that.
concerned that if this kind of news were to get out, it would
Yeah.
undermine the confidence of other caravans. So you didn't make it public, and instead kept the news to only a select few.
That's correct. I never expected you to be so concerned about Watatsumi's affairs, Detective Heizou.
Just a force of habit, really. As a detective, I notice these kinds of things.
Yeah, we're gonna solve the mystery.
So you two already know each other?
Makes things easier for
Actually,
us.
I've only heard of Detective Heizou from the soldiers' reports. We've never met in person.
Ah, darn it. You're right. Now that you mention it, I've been on Watatsumi Island all this time and still haven't properly introduced myself. Man alive, please forgive me. It's a pleasure to meet you, General Goro. I'm Shikanoin Heizou of the Tenryo Commission.
Yes, it's a pleasure to meet you too. I'd like to express my gratitude to you for stepping in and helping recover those goods.
Yay!
Ah, don't mention it. You never know what you'll find when you're out for a stroll.
Yep, out for a stroll.
But
That's what he
if
was
the source
doing.
of the problem is not addressed, I'm afraid this sort of situation will continue cropping up for you.
Yes, of course. Not only have we reassured the affected caravans, but we also dispatched personnel to investigate the culprits. The reports indicated that the stolen goods were being delivered to a merchant of the International Trade Association named Godot. It all seems pretty unusual.
Isn't
We
that that's
suspect
only
that there are
retail
bigger
though?
players
So.
behind Godot, and that their target is none other than Watatsumi Island's valuable resources. But unfortunately, it would be difficult for us to investigate further.
What do they even use Sango Pearl
Given that
for?
Rito, the island
Like
where the
that, like
International
just for
Trade
jewelry and
Association is
stuff?
located
Because
is not part of
other
your
than me
territory
collecting
yet.
it to level up,
They
you know,
have
Goro,
cleverly
or
picked
if I
your
had
base of
Kokomi,
operations.
it's for Kokomi.
I can
What
see you
else
catch
does
on quickly,
Sango Pearl get
Detective
used
Heizou.
for? Like for mass production?
It's my guess that you're telling us this because you're going to ask us to assist you in finding who's behind all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're always thinking one step ahead. Yes, those were exactly my intentions. And of course, we will prepare a generous reward for you. The
Sounds
recent end of the
good.
war, trade and commerce
The
have now
reward from
become an
this
important
and
component
from
of
the commission
Watatsumi
once we
Island's
bring Heizou
development.
back.
Ensuring safety of the trade routes is critical, and we can't afford any further incidents. So, will you please help Watatsumi Island, Detective Heizou?
I'm willing to assist, but it all depends on what he wishes.
Of course we're gonna help. Yeah, as a captain of Swordfish 2 and as Goro's good friend, we should do this for him regardless of the rewards.
Great! With both Detective Heizou and the Traveler on the case, I'm sure it'll be solved in no time.
Yeah.
The situation is now in your capable hands. I look forward to hearing your
You
report
wanna
when you
see
get
the
back.
fight, Turtle?
All right, we'll take care of it. Traveler, let's go discuss where to head from here.
Nah, I like them just chilling like this. Like, they seem like they'd be good buddies. Maybe like a friendly fight kind of thing. Yeah. Go to a nearby location and talk to Heizou. This is the nearby location. Okay.
Hey, why are we talking way over here? Oh, you're not trying to get away from Goro so he can't overhear us, are you?
Well,
Very perceptive. Seems even Paimon has her moments. Let me ask you, do you believe in intuition?
a little bit. It depends on what the context is.
My intuition tells me that General Goro is lying.
Oh.
How could you say that? Although he did seem a little on the serious side today, but Goro's a good guy.
Maybe he's lying to protect us. Who
People
knows?
can be deceptive too.
Doesn't mean he's a bad
all,
person if he
everyone has their
lies
secrets.
for good intentions. What makes you say that?
Well, in my opinion, the timing of his appearance was a little too coincidental.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's like,
So
oh, he
enemy
just showed up like,
soldiers have
oh,
been
what
keeping
are
an eye on me
what
for the
are
entire
you
time I've
doing
been on
here
Watatsumi
on this
Island.
fine and lovely
It
day?
had
I didn't
never seen
expect
General
you
Goro
to be
even
here
once.
today.
But today he came out and met with us, and even commissioned us to investigate a case.
Funny, we
That's
showed up
because
here
the
at the
Traveler is
same
here today,
time.
And Goro thinks he's more capable.
Really?
Oh, I mean, back in the beginning, during the
Then
Inazuma
that
Arc
makes
Conquest, they
things
would have been on
even
opposite
more
sides.
peculiar.
Okay, yeah, I see
If
what you
there are
mean.
powerful players
Yeah, you know what,
behind
that would have
this
been pretty
case,
interesting to
and
see
he needs to draw
Heizou
upon
fighting with
external
the
support,
with the
then he should
Tenryo
have taken
Commission.
action sooner rather than wait until
But I guess the
today.
reason we didn't is because he
A
doesn't
more
really like
plausible
fighting, he likes
explanation is that the
investigating.
items we
But yeah,
discovered
you're right, they
are
would have
linked
been on
to
opposite
some
sides.
unspeakable secret, and he had to intervene to prevent us from
thankfully,
digging any deeper.
You know,
Then he put
we're
up a
just
smoke
trying
screen to
to
mislead
make
us.
things right between
I surmise that
Watatsumi
investigating the
and
merchant Godot
Narukami now.
on Rito will yield no results.
Whoa, are you serious? But this is all just a hunch you have, right?
But Heizou is the
Actually,
greatest detective.
There is another key factor behind my reasoning, though you may not believe me.
Okay.
I sense something special about Goro.
Oh, special. What do you mean by that?
Special.
Yes. Whatever is missing on this island, I sense it in him.
Oh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold it right there! Are you saying Goro knows
No,
a thief,
Hyman, that's not what he's
and he
saying.
took something valuable.
But I'm not really sure what he
It's
is
not
saying.
that simple. I can't fully explain it. It's just my intuition.
Is like, what do you mean by something missing from the island and he has it? Like something like spiritual or the culture of the island, or like a physical object? Like, what do you mean? Anyway, this certainly doesn't line up with the girl I know.
Sure, I trust your judgment. But perhaps you're overlooking someone else, the true leader here.
Okay, first one.
It's simple. We should just investigate whatever it is they're trying to hide from us. And what were we planning to do just before Goro showed up?
We were going to talk to the,
We were
yeah.
going to talk to the leader of the caravans. Yeah, someone named Todoroki.
Bingo. There's no time to lose. Let's go talk to this Todoroki.
Alright. So I guess we just don't trust Goro anymore. Nah, there's good reasons for everything. I am sure that's not what I meant to press. This is what I meant to press. So we're gonna go here and oh look, we've wasted the whole day away, but that's okay because now it's gonna be the right time. What did he say? Oh, even more interesting would be Heizou versus Kazuha. He did say that this Vision Hunt decree is over. Doesn't have to arrest him. Yeah. Oh, that would also be great. Wait, why is it all about wanting them to fight? I want them to be friends. I want them to just, chill. But I see what you mean, though. I see what you mean. Like, there's so many possibilities of interactions, between characters that should be able to happen as, yeah. Oh, bird! Here, he can... It actually looks just like, he's just like the scarecrow. Maybe the bird will come back and just, land on his shoulder like it did in the demo. Okay, it's not happening. No, we chased the little birdie away. The seeds. Sorry, I dealt with the seeds, but you had like the really bad fertilizer or something, right? Come on, let me go. I just want to steal your radishes. I know, stealing the only good crops you have in your field of mostly dead crops in a place with almost no crops. I just stole all of your good crops. I do apologize. This is fun too. Yay. Lower. Where are we going exactly?
Todoroki.
You woke up and chose violence, that's why. Alright, fair enough.
Good, let's go.
That's, you know what? Perfectly good reason. Can't argue with that.
Shh, keep quiet. Let's follow him and see where he leads us.
Oh no. What is it with stealth missions that they suddenly decided this is... They did the stealth mission, the prologue of the game, and then the one in chapter 1 where you meet Child, and then they never added this feature back, and then they did it briefly in Inazuma as well. They did once per Archon quest, and that was it. And now suddenly in the last few updates, there's just been tons of stealth missions all of a sudden. They're like, hey, you know that feature? That feature we never used? We should use it. Did I make it? Or was that too far?
Your intel was spot on.
Okay, good.
When we arrived, the Nobushi were all still asleep. We captured them all, and the goods were retrieved and brought
Glaze
back here.
lilies.
I'll take a look. Everything seems in order. Good work.
It's nothing. Thanks to the efforts of your caravan, the price of grain in the village has decreased.
That's good.
That's right.
More resources, lowering inflation,
Such a lingering effect on our bodies.
reasonable prices now.
Thankfully, you also brought back some life-saving medicine.
Things are improving thanks to the help from those up top. Oh, by the way, what is the state of the village's inventory? Make sure that it's confirmed tonight. I have to leave tomorrow morning after I go to the Sangonomiya Shrine and get instructions from General Goro.
Get instructions from General Goro. Oh no, what is Goro up to here? What could that be? Okay.
The soldiers from Sangonomiya
I guess we should...
Nobushi stolen goods? But didn't Goro say all the stolen goods were headed...
Alright.
Sorry, Paimon. I did not mean to interrupt. Go on.
And Todoroki said he'll get instructions from Goro tomorrow. Interesting. It appears these seized goods were never stolen. There's something else behind all this. Now's our chance to look around and see if we can find any leads.
Why would they pretend to have them be stolen?
Glaze lilies? What are these doing here? Shouldn't it be crystal marrow or something?
Maybe there's crystal marrow in the box labeled glaze lilies. Who knows?
Whoa! Qingxian? Paimon was expecting to find...
Maybe there's Songo pearls in there. Who knows, Paimon? We haven't opened the box up yet.
This box is packed so tight. It looks like it could burst. Let's see what's inside. Huh? What are all these plants and flowers?
Plants and flowers.
Oh, there's a small note here.
The handwriting has been smudged by water stains to make it difficult to read. Only a faint outline of words foreign. I should have turned the autoplay off.
So, did you find anything?
Wow! Look at all the Qingxian! And glaze lilies, too! There are also tons of other plants and flowers Paimon doesn't know here.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
These are valuable raw ingredients for producing medicine. If these few crates were to be imported from Rito, the price would be jaw-dropping.
Yeah.
On top of that, these items seem to lack a tax clearance certificate, meaning that they were most likely smuggled. Yes, very interesting. Now, where did the Nobushi get these goods? How about you? Did you find anything else?
There's a bill here addressed to the Foreign Trade Association. Is that the same as the International Trade Association?
Foreign Trade Association? I've never heard of such an organization.
I guess not the same.
And if it's regarding foreign trade, then smuggling is an even more
Maybe
likely
it's the
possibility.
Fatui.
All right. In which case, I have a rough hypothesis. First, we...
Huh? Who goes there?
Hello, we are just here for a stroll in...
Wait, Captain?
Oh, hello.
Is that you?
It's me.
Oh, so it's you, Captain. You had me worried there. We almost mistook you for bandits.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Captain,
sorry.
Do you remember us?
We
During
get
the
into a
war,
ton of
I was in the field
misunderstandings.
hospital with Masashi. Teppei brought you to see us and helped find medicine
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, I do recall.
Hey, come on now. The captain wouldn't forget.
I wouldn't forget Teppei. Teppei!
I gotta tell you, Captain,
I'm glad you guys are
we
still
almost-
alive.
We haven't seen you ever since the end of the war. When we heard that you were coming here, we just assumed you were only going to see General Goro and Her Excellency. The guys are all really hoping to see
We
you.
did see General Goro, so that worked out. How have you all been?
We're fine. You don't have to worry about us, Captain.
Yeah, we're just strolling through, passing through, you know.
No, you're not fine. Captain, you may not be aware, but Masashi previously fainted on the front lines.
Right.
The doctor
Weren't
thought
these
that
the
it might
guys
be
who
a
were trying to make like the
neurological condition
medicine
caused by
back in
overstimulated
the
emotions.
camp at
pretty
Yashiro
serious.
Island? They're like,
According
oh,
to
do
the
we use like
doctor, if it hadn't been
like
for the
what is it,
medication
wolf
he's
hook
been
berries
taking,
or
he would have
oni
developed
kabuto?
dementia. And that was assuming the best case scenario.
You're one to talk. Don't forget why I fainted in the first place. It's because I heard that you got yourself killed by an arrow.
Oh.
I couldn't handle all the emotion. Later, I found out that he'd been shot in the buttocks, and it was only a mild injury. I had an emotional breakdown for nothing.
Well, at least you're both alive.
For nothing.
You're both alive
I got
and
shot
well
not by
now.
one, but 2 arrows in a row. The first arrow was to the left cheek, and the second arrow was also to the left. And because the arrows
No,
were
that
poisonous,
sounds
the
horrible.
wound still hasn't completely healed yet. I have to apply ointment every day, and I'm constantly worried it might reopen while I
Right.
sleep.
Do I need to be
Look on the
here
bright
listening to
side.
all of this, or?
At least we're still alive.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that fact. You're still alive.
Right. But enough about us.
Ah,
What brings you here, Captain?
Nothing. We are here for. Okay, tell me about the goods.
Oh, these goods are all seized from the hands of Nobushi and treasure hoarders. Todoroki was the one who provided us with the intel. He mentioned there were bandits here and there, so we went and took care of them while also confiscating the goods.
By the way, Captain, you still haven't met Todoroki, have you? He's the one we're working for now. Her Excellency recently announced plans to stimulate the economy and created the caravans, with Todoroki at the helm.
Yeah, he's proven to be quite capable. Even though he was just a farmer before, he's now successfully running the caravans. And
I hope, you know what? I hope Todoroki ends up being a good guy. I'm just super tired of, like, super nice seeming and capable people turning out to actually be, like, Fatui in disguise or something like that.
He's the one who gives us orders and
It's a trope that starts to happen too often in this game now.
It's called changing careers, dummy.
Ah, right. Changing careers. Anyway, I think the whole
like I hope whatever happens, this Todoroki guy is like genuinely as good as you guys claim he is. I am still thinking about El Hingen from the mushroom event and other
I
examples.
think I understand the general situation now. May I ask where the apprehended criminals are?
Oh, and you are?
Don't worry, he's a friend of mine.
Ah, I see. The captain's friend. It should be okay to tell you then. We apprehended all the culprits and escorted them to a temporary location not far from here. Unfortunately, Masashi and I have other duties tonight and won't be able to take you there. Why don't you wait for a moment and I'll find someone else to show you the way.
Oh, it's alright. You can return to your duties. We'll find the way ourselves.
I'm pretty sure I've already got a grasp on what's going on. All I need now is to confirm it with the apprehended bandits. Let's go.
Okay, he's running now.
Let me help connect the dots. This whole thing was actually quite similar to a case I once worked on previously.
Okay.
It was a case involving the trade of prohibited items, and they employed an old trick to execute the deal. The culprit would first go strolling down the street until they knocked over a pedestrian on purpose.
Sir, please forgive us, sir.
Nobushi Flunky?
Sir, what do I look like? A commissioner? Does my friend here look like a commissioner to you?
Officer!
Uh-huh.
First, I'm gonna need to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Go ahead, ask anything.
The soldiers discovered many valuable goods in your camp. The goods don't appear to be from around here, so the question is, where did they come from?
Oh, the goods? Right, we picked them up at the beach.
You picked them up?
Picked them up?
Well, no, we,
You sound too nervous to know what you're
Be
doing.
honest now. Tell me the whole story.
Yeah, you've been caught red-handed here.
I mean, officer, we took those goods from a small merchant ship just off the beach, but we didn't exactly steal them. You see, the ship's guards all took off running the moment they saw us. They abandoned the goods, and we simply came and picked them up.
Right.
But next thing we know, a group of soldiers arrives, and we're all apprehended. Talk about bad luck. We didn't even have a chance to stash away the goods before we
Almost
got caught.
sounds like a trap.
You say that the merchant ship's guards fled without putting up a fight. You expect me to believe that?
You just assumed they were scared witless and didn't have the guts to fight. I'm not bragging or anything, but our boss is pretty intimidating. With his massive muscle and strength, he can scare anyone.
You really expect us to believe all this?
No, you gotta believe
I
me.
do believe
Just
him.
the other day, we scared off an entire squad.
But he's
of
telling the
soldiers.
story in a
When they
really, like...
noticed us,
I
they went
believe him,
running
but
and
he's
dropped
telling
their
the story in a
guns.
way that it really sounds
I
like...
swear. I still remember seeing tons of Sango pearls and crystal marrow on that load.
He does not know what he's talking
All
about.
Nice and shiny too. Oh, it was amazing. Unfortunately, a bunch of pirates came later and snatched those goods. It just happened that our boss had diarrhea that day and couldn't hold off the pirates. This luck of ours.
Wait a tick. Pirates?
Yep, no doubt about it.
They came on a massive ship, and their captain was a...
Oh, Captain Beto, right?
We had no idea how powerful she was. It was like,
Yeah, no, do not underestimate Captain Beto.
thud. Only took 3 hits before she knocked out the boss.
A pretty lady with an eye patch.
Oh. Does this description remind you of someone, Paimon?
Yes.
No.
I mean, no. No, it doesn't remind us.
Okay.
It doesn't remind us of
How
anyone.
about you?
No. Why would you think that at all?
Really? Okay, I'll take that as a no, then. It appears that the situation is just
He sounds like Ito, the other guy. I noticed that a little bit, but the way he stammers.
General Goro appears to be assisting with the cover-up.
I think it's this thing over here with the pirates and the goods and it sounds like I know what you mean.
To get Goro's instructions before the caravan leaves. Now is the time to address any doubts you may have. Tomorrow morning will be our moment to confront them. Hopefully, my final question will be answered then as well.
Your final question? The thing about like what's missing?
The question of what important
thing
this island is missing. I can feel some connection to the question in Goro, Todoroki, and even to Kuda and Masashi. Hopefully, we'll finally have an answer tomorrow. Let's get some rest. I'll see you at Sangonomiya tomorrow morning.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I really have a hard time following the story anyway, and I can't tell it's just because Heizou is so big brain, or if my mind really is still distracted from thinking about... I'm not gonna lie, I have not stopped thinking about Inversion of Genesis for like days now. That's still on my mind. I actually think I cannot focus on anything else, unfortunately.
There's no...
Question Todoroki. Time to see if he's gonna disappoint me like all the other, suspiciously nice guys that are suspiciously nice. Or if he's just, gonna be a normal guy. Let's see, only one way to find out?
Who are you?
Well, I'm the captain of
Todoroki.
Swordfish too. Oh, you mean
I'm
him.
Shikanoin Heizou, special detective of the Tenryou Commission. I believe you've been manipulating large-scale illegal trades for some time now.
That's
Mind if we
right,
talk
we
about
caught
that for
you
a bit?
red-handed.
You can't just go around spewing such nonsense, young man.
And what if I'm not talking nonsense?
Ridiculous. I don't have time to listen to this. Get out of here, you little brat.
Excuse me. He's with me, and I'm the captain of Swordfish too, so you have to listen to what he says.
So I'm sure you must have heard the old saying. Off the scale, some goods only weigh a couple pounds, but on the scale, they weigh more than 1,000. So the question is, do you want to put your goods on the scale or not?
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
Well, nothing. All I want to hear is you personally confirming what we already know to be the truth.
Masashi! Tokuda! Arrest these people!
Huh? Todoroki, what's wrong?
Who dares to cause trouble at Sangonomiya Shrine? Huh?
It's us. And you're not gonna arrest us, are ya?
What are you doing?
These crooks are trying to pry into the secrets of Watatsumi. We mustn't let them go.
But, no. There must be some kind of misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Todoroki,
You think we're the crooks
this is the
here?
captain of Swordfish too, one of our own.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who they are. Remember what General Goro told you? A long-term goal of Watatsumi is to revive its trade and commerce. And since you have been assigned to work with me, it's my orders that count around here.
I'm sure
I
that
don't
will go
care
over
if they
well
were your
with
captain.
the
Would
higher
you
ups.
dare disobey orders?
Please believe us.
What do we do?
Let us say our side of the
What are
story.
you waiting for? All right. I see how it is. If you two won't do it, I will.
I really hoped it wouldn't come to this. But here we go.
Here we go.
Wait! Everyone, stand down!
Thank you, Goro.
General Goro!
Thank you, Goro. Save us, please.
My apologies. Traveler, Detective Heizou. I wasn't telling you the truth.
Okay, get talking because I'm so lost and I need somebody to clear this all up for me.
Without him, Watatsumi Island would never have found the peace it has today. We mustn't raise our weapons against him.
How could you be so naive, General Goro? If we let them go free, then who's to say the Shogunate won't come after us tomorrow? If the Shogunate decides to investigate...
Yeah, Goro, what have you been up to? Doing something illegal for the sake of better economy?
Let's not kid ourselves. If going to jail could solve the problem, I would go and turn myself into the Tenryou Commission right now. The question is, what are we going to do with the goods? Will you be able to keep them? Not to mention the chance of astronomical fines. Can you afford that? Goro, we both know that Watatsumi Island is a barren land. Plant 100 radishes here and maybe only 3 would grow. And those 3 combined would still be smaller than just
the last time during the Iridori Festival, Goro acquired all of those books to help with learning, agriculture and cultivation. I guess that doesn't really change the fact that their landscape is horrible for growing, but it surely helped a tiny bit, right?
He died because there was no medicine to treat him. You awarded both of them medals of honor. But did that save their lives? Can medals heal Tokuda and Masashi's wounds? No. It was the medicine that I got that saved their lives. If we detain them today, the Shogunate will never know what we've done. Besides,
well, okay. How about this? We won't tell the Shogunate what you've done. Now, please just let us go.
Passed in just a few months, and everything will be okay. None of what happened here will be mentioned again.
You know what? I don't mind being in jail for a few months if then you're just gonna let us go and you get your medicine.
I understand, Todoroki, but they won't...
I can trust the Traveler won't, but the detective here is a Tenryou Commission officer.
Good point.
Forget it. You're the general. I'm just a radish farmer.
What was the bill that you just mentioned?
It's a new commodity tax bill currently being drafted by the Kanjo Commission.
Of course, the Kanjo Commission.
Taxes on goods that are in short supply on Watatsumi Island. Once the bill's introduced, we'll be able to buy commodities that we need from regular marketplaces.
That's good.
Oh, I see. Man alive. I wish I had known sooner. In that case, how about we put your fears at ease and I'll stick around here a little longer. You know, until the bill is introduced.
Yeah, then you don't have to be worried about him reporting.
Detective Heizou, are you
Well, he likes it here. It's his vacation spot anyway.
You mean you're willing to stay here, young man?
It's basically an island paradise, so like, yeah.
You've been keeping me under close surveillance, haven't you? Surely you must have noticed that aside from being a detective, I'm also an
I like he does the thing, he sticks his finger out because he's...
I believe that after
I have a hypothesis.
There will be more and more traffic between the two sides, and more people will be coming to visit Watatsumi Island. I have to take the opportunity now and enjoy this place while I still have it all to myself. Before long, tourists will start pouring in.
Thank you, Detective Heizou. On behalf of the people of Watatsumi.
My pleasure. But one good turn deserves another, does it not?
Oh, you mean there's something you wish to request?
I suppose you could say I'm from the Shogunate, but the traveler next to me isn't. As far as I know, he's planning to visit other nations soon.
I already did.
It's not clear if he will return to Narukami Island or not.
Yeah, I went to Sumeru and came back here, but let's pretend I'm about to go to Sumeru. Yeah, I'm about to go to Sumeru.
What happened today? Am I right, traveler?
Yep. Agree with a cool nod.
Well, it's settled then.
Oh, his heart's went up.
Be an important partner to Watatsumi.
He likes that. I agree with a cool nod.
His freedom. So
I'm nodding.
Don't worry, Detective Heizou.
Yeah, we're not gonna say anything.
If I ever find out you've lied to me again, there's a chance I'll lose my cool.
And you don't want him to lose his cool because he is so chill.
Telling you the truth earlier.
So cool. Yeah, you should have told us earlier so we wouldn't have done all this investigating, but you know, this is always how it goes.
But today, I realized my poor judgment. How could I possibly hide anything from Detective
Also, this
Heizou
is really
and Traveler?
long for like the first ending that I'm doing in this
glad
hangout.
you understand now. But, in all honesty...
Thank you for saving us from getting
I know I
arrested,
should be
though. We
thanking
promise
you.
we won't say anything.
It's because of you that I was finally able to reach an answer. After
And
all,
what's the answer? Yeah,
nothing
what was
makes a
missing from
detective happier than
Watatsumi?
putting a case to rest.
Ah, I understand now. You really are an interesting person, Detective Heizou.
Yeah.
No, I'm afraid you don't quite get what I mean.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Wait! Paimon gets this one! It's the answer to your question, right? The one about the thing you sensed coming
Yeah.
from Goro and the
Yeah,
others.
that. But what is the answer, though?
What? The thing you sensed coming from me? But I always have
Oh,
excellent
Goro.
perception.
No, not like that.
Nice to see Paimon getting involved in the hangout, although that means she doesn't get her day off.
Could I talk to you for a moment? Besides, I haven't had a chance to thank you yet.
The missing thing.
Quit following me. Hey, there you are. Come here. Look.
I know. Oh my gosh, I love the view here in Watatsumi. Of course, you know, if you just fall, there's no railing here. I've always noticed there's no railing here. If you fell off, you would literally just fall into the portal to Enkanomiya and can't get back here.
To be honest,
Just imagine that happening.
for this trip.
It's like not us, you know, who can get out with the teleport waypoints. There's no way to get back to Inazuma through Enkanomiya. You can only get to Enkanomiya through Inazuma. The only way you can get out is through the teleport waypoints. What happens to ordinary? How do ordinary people get back out? That's what I was wondering the whole time during like that Enkanomiya
It
event.
appears that I won't be able to do so for the time being. So please, cover for me in the meantime, okay?
Yeah, okay, we'll go back and tell them, sorry, we didn't find him. He's gone now. Sorry about that. Can you pay us the commission anyway?
It's all in the past now. Let's just chalk it up as an intriguing experience I had on my trip here. Besides, that's not what I wanted to investigate anyway.
Right. So what was the answer that you got from Goro?
Yes. Everyone you led me to and everything they said brought me closer to the answer. And now I finally get it.
Okay, do tell.
Watatsumi Island is an ancient land where the soil is poor and many crops do not grow because it's lacking a certain thing. But what the inhabitants of this land do have is bravery. They were courageous enough to stand up and resist the gods and accomplish what they knew could not be done. This is yet another instance in which that certain thing shines. That missing element. That certain thing is what I sensed present in Goro, Todoroki, Tokuda, and Masashi, which is the true vitality of this land.
Okay.
I guess I was mistaken when I declared
Yeah, I was
that
gonna
something
say,
was missing.
that doesn't make sense
evaporated
because
into thin air.
they've been here this whole time, and I would
Because
say
something that
during the entire
evaporates
duration of this hangout event,
It's
their
still there,
resolve
just in a
and
different
willingness
state of being.
to
When water
bring
is
life
heated
back to
by
this land
flame,
hasn't
it evaporates and
changed.
eventually
So
finds
why
its
would
place
that
in the
be
sky.
missing? But I guess
Similarly,
you're saying it wasn't
when the
missing,
land
it
was
was
formed,
evaporated.
Its
Sure.
vitality evaporated.
Whatever
and
works for
eventually
you
found
at this
its
point.
place among the inhabitants. This is the final answer I've been searching for. Anyway, thanks again. You know,
Yeah,
even
no
though we just
problem.
met, I wish you could be my partner all the time. Call me Grady, I guess. Of course.
That would be fun.
I know that's impossible. You have your own journey to complete.
Yep.
So I'll just keep doing what I can. Hopefully keeping my memories from evaporating safe and
Oh,
sound.
hang on,
in my
don't
mind. That way.
keep your
I'll
memories from
always be able to
evaporating?
remember these beautiful things. The
Don't say that to me right now.
the people who are full of life and vitality. And you two, who are by my side.
Alright. Hopefully this is like the true ending. This is a true ending. Look at that picture. I like that picture. I'm gonna save that picture and use it as the thumbnail. Yay! Alright. After that whole time we got through one hangout ending, and I hope that was like the main ending. I think that's the main ending. That was happy. Alright, what did we do? We went this way. Oh, there's only one ending that way. Okay. The camp secret. Well, an unexpected discovery. Huh, okay, I guess we just go back here. I thought there'd be another branch on that path. Got a sharp tongue? But I
just
guess...
tell it like it is.
I guess we're gonna go all the way back to, you know, saving him from his jail cell again? No, he's out of the jail cell. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Alright, that was a cool ending, though.
Something vital
is missing on this island.
Isn't that bizarre? Something vital has gone missing on this island. Has something evaporated into thin air? What could it be?
Paimon bets it must be something delicious.
Oh, you know what? I wish there was a food option.
Because
That'd
the
be good.
soil of Watatsumi Island can't grow crops. There's a shortage of food here.
Oh. Food, huh? How about you, Traveler? What do you think is missing?
It's missing a deity.
You mean the Great Serpent?
The big,
Well,
yeah.
That's an
Urabashi.
interesting answer. But the Electro Archon hasn't
Watatsumi
abandoned this
Omikami.
place. Interestingly, I didn't have the same dream again after I left this place. So I became even more intrigued. Was this really just some random dream? Some people believe that dreams represent the Divine's helping hand, which I suppose is understandable. However, if you ask me, dreams have nothing to do with the gods. Instead, they are flashes of intuition. It was my intuition telling me that there was something important about this island that, poof, suddenly vanished.
Suddenly,
So I
well,
decided to accept this little commission
wait,
from
in
my
every
intuition
single one
and
of these
investigate
hangout
to
paths,
see if I could come up with any
is he gonna like find something
compelling
different, which was missing from the
The
island?
investigation has had little progress up to this point.
Oh, no.
Who knows? Nah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
So how would
Actually,
you
wait.
like
I
to
guess
partner up
I
with
guess we
me?
have to bring him
Of course, I
back. We have to
understand.
bring him back now.
So since we're already once
Come on,
everything is
come on. No, you're. We have to drag you back. Let's go back. No, there's. Oh crap! There is no. Nothing for us here. There's no. It was just a dream, and there is nothing missing from Watatsumi Island. Nothing at all. Although, how do we really explain the goods? The goods being there, if we decide to do nothing. I guess that's the thing about every hangout. Time they do hangout. It's like, well, if you take one path, something in the other path that is supposed to happen in the other path doesn't get explained in this path.
Heizou, you're finally back.
He's finally back. I dragged him back
If it took
here.
any longer to come back, everyone at the police station would be toast.
You say that every time I come back, Uesugi. However, something does feel a little unusual about the police station this time.
Come on, would I ever lie to you? Madame Kujo-Sara is here, and she's on the warpath.
Uh-oh.
So be on the lookout.
That does not sound good.
What's that lady doing here?
Doshin Shikanoin.
Uh-oh.
Finally returned. Please,
It's
enlighten us.
time to report to the
What
boss.
have you been doing recently?
What have you been doing this whole
Okay.
time?
I was just out investigating a case.
Uh-huh.
Don't give me that. I checked the records here. You didn't take any cases.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Heizou, what
It's a
were
case
you
of
up to
personal
then?
relevance to me. These two can attest to that.
Traveler?
I suppose
Paimon,
he had
what
a
are you two
dream,
doing here?
and that was the case he's
We're the
solving.
ones who brought Heizou back.
I guess we can attest to
him
he
back.
had a personal
Someone please explain.
goal, but
Well, Madame Kujo-Sara, because we couldn't work with Doshin Shikanoin, we commissioned...
I'm not sure that counts as an excuse to get a few months of vacation off work, but sure.
that he had given the commission to the Traveler, and then...
It used to be that the Tenryo Commission assisted others with disappearances. But it seems these days others are now assisting us. You've done it this time, Shikanoin. I think I've really seen it all.
Yep, seen it all.
I mean, is it really so unusual for officers and citizens to assist one another?
Okay, he really was investigating a case. I'm not sure it was a case worth the, resources of a detective to be solving during his work time, but sure.
Yeah, it was weird. But
I mean, he said it's a personal time, personal matter, except he was sent there on a work trip, so I'm not sure that excuse is valid.
Is that so? Well, since you were testifying for him, I suppose I won't ask any more questions.
Okay.
But since you're here, I have an extra favor to ask.
Oh, yeah, what is it?
I'd like you to be Shikanoin's temporary supervisor. It'll be your duty to ensure that he handles his case properly, and that he doesn't disappear and neglect his work again. I'll be sure that the police station prepares the appropriate compensation.
We're getting commissioned by everybody today.
I'm sure we'd all really appreciate
Get commissioned by them, get commissioned by them, get commissioned by them.
Heizou seems to be happy with the idea.
His heart went up when I did that, so he must have liked the glance I just sent. Haha. Yeah, okay, wink, wink. We're gonna supervise you. We're totally gonna keep an eye on you and make sure you stick to your work. That's exactly what we're here to do.
You should thank the traveler this time, Doshin Shikanoin. Otherwise, I don't think I would have let you off so easily.
This is gonna be fun.
Here, take this letter of complaint. It's written against you. Please consider carefully what to do with it.
Oh, who is the complainant?
Understood?
Huh? Someone filed a complaint?
Yeah, who's the complainant?
That can't be right. Why would there be a complaint letter?
Yeah, who's complaining?
You must not be doing your job properly, and now you're attracting complaints.
Yes, that is typically how a complaint works.
It really doesn't add up. You two don't get it. Although Madame Kujo-Sara just made some harsh remarks, we all know that Heizou-senpai is a real weird when it comes to cracking cases.
Yeah,
He's the
well,
biggest asset
but
of our
maybe...
team. Several leaders have risen through the ranks as a result of his achievements. He's definitely no
That doesn't mean he can't get a complaint.
He must have gotten himself into some kind of trouble.
Well, let me see what's the deal.
Yes, do
here.
explain.
Oh, and since you agreed to be my temporary supervisor, you'll find the desk where new case files are kept right over there.
Okay.
Would you mind helping me check what cases I need to deal with?
Deal with your complaint letter first.
Of course. But first, I have to confirm what's going on, and whether or not the letter's legit.
Whether or not the letter's legit,
Please,
if somebody
I don't
files a
think it's
complaint, you
files
still have to read it. I guess you're finding it was legit, but like... what I mean by that is you still have to take it seriously as if it is legit. Like, at first. You know. Hey, this is where we met... You know, remember we met Sarah here, and then A just showed up like, oh, hey, you got the little figurine thing. And Sarah's like, okay, bye. Police station. Your application for the public awareness campaign Heizou Talks Fraud has been received. Oh, come on, hang on, wait. Following review, your station has been authorized to run the performance with Shikanoin and Doshin in charge of the related work. The headquarters of the Tenryou Commission. Okay. For a second there, I thought Heizou Talks Fraud means Heizou is like spreading fraud. Wait. Does that mean Heizou spreading fraud? Wait, sorry. Does Heizou Talks Fraud mean Heizou is spreading fraud and you guys are trying to call him out for that? Or does that mean Heizou talks about not getting scammed by people who are trying to commit fraud? Oh, sorry. Your application for the public awareness campaign Heizou Talks Fraud has been received. Station's been run the performances. Okay, so I'm assuming that means giving a talk about it.
Talks fraud? What's that? Sounds interesting, whatever it is.
I am just so confused about what's going on with this guy. Okie dokie. What next? The missing Eastern Enterprise. The beloved dog Eastern Express. The beloved dog Eastern Express reportedly went missing late in the night. The owner discovered 12 canine footprints of varying sizes in the courtyard, leading to the initial assumption that the crime was carried out by a team.
Who would give a dog such a...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The Prince of Mischief in Hanamizaka. There's a slacker who claims to be the Prince of Mischief, terrorizing Hanamizaka. Children have reportedly been losing valuables in the area, the bulk of which are only Kabuto, Genius, Invocation TCG cards, and so on. Well, I think Prince of Mischief is too nice of a name, really. Like, that name sounds too elegant and noble for who I think you're talking about.
What?
Yeah, not him again. Alright, we probably don't need to investigate that one. That one's probably... That one will fix itself eventually. I'm sure.
So, have you gone through the case files? Is there anything that caught your eye?
I guess the dog? I'm still confused by what Heizou talks fraud means. I am more concerned about the complaint letter against you. Is what I think I should... Are these the 4 branches of the remaining Hangout path? I guess.
I'm afraid this won't be an easy task.
His hearts went up, so I guess that was the right answer.
It's just occurred to me that with your help, I might be able to wrap up this problem.
Alright then, tell us about the complaint letter.
It's from Songo, the president of Bantan Songo Detective Agency. I assume you've met.
Oh, it's from Songo. Yeah, that makes sense. Of course it's from Songo. Of course it's from Songo.
You can say that. Songo's complaint letter accuses me of abusing my power for personal gain and blatantly concealing the truth behind the Ryuji case from years ago. Seriously, do I really seem like the type of person
I think that's just personal, yeah.
Concealing the truth, that definitely sounds like something
personal baggage.
Hey, don't judge a book
Alright,
by
so
its
then
cover.
maybe...
All right.
But see, this is what you have to
Let's
treat
just go
the
to
complaint letter
detective agency and
seriously.
talk to Songo. We'll need to
Even
speak
though
with her to
it's...
get to the bottom of this.
Even especially in this case, it does just seem like somebody just making an excuse for doing stuff. Okay, I guess we're gonna go back and talk to Songo. Songo's really smart. Songo can always think a million steps ahead, but maybe even she can get blinded by her emotions and just start pointing fingers when she is angry. And you know what? All of us have felt like that before. Even great detectives like Detective Songo and Detective Heizou. Here we go.
Welcome back, Mr. Heizou. I'm glad you're all right. How about some tonkatsu?
Hello, Ryuji. Ryuji's so nice.
After so long.
Maybe next time, Ryuji. Seems like somebody's been expecting me. And I'm afraid they're only going to be disappointed once again.
Well,
There's a cat in the
look
background.
who it is. The great Detective Heizou.
Oh, poor Ryuji's kind of like the middleman, like the two, like, and there's like steam coming out of their eyes. He's like stare off, and then he's the guy in the middle putting his hands up, like, no, stop, please stop fighting.
Was it sufficiently flattering for you?
Oh, they're at it again.
Yeah. Sorry, Ryuji, I'm not sure this one is you can really fix.
Just tell me, what do you want?
Fine by me. My request is simple. Disclose all the details of the Ryuji case. It's time you stop hiding the truth and let me investigate it thoroughly.
First of all, that case has already been solved. Second, I've disclosed everything the police station has on the case. And third...
Enough!
And
You
third,
can only fool
Ryuji is standing
You don't wanna
right
cooperate?
there.
I can assure you
I
that
forgot what the
I will
Ryuji
write
case
my
is.
letter
I
to the
feel like I
headquarters
remember
of
this
the
from
Tenryo Commission.
somewhere with the
I
lore,
will
but
not give up on this case.
remember.
Wait, hold on. Can someone please explain what's going on here?
Okay, yeah, please give me the refresher.
What you were talking about?
All right, let me explain. Several years ago, a terrible murder took place.
Oh,
in the
right,
police
he was
station.
framed for murder,
I
and
was
then
still working
Songo
at the Tenryo
helped
Commission
prove it
then,
wasn't him.
and
That's
the
right,
victim
something
was
like that.
actually my dear boss. Due to various factors, I was deemed to be the top suspect.
Though
which
his
is why
name
it's
wasn't
called the
Ryuji at the
Ryuji
time, so I don't know why it's called the Ryuji
Also,
case.
Heizou wasn't a part of the police station back then. He was a detective at the agency. Which at the time was called the Bantan Songo and Heizou Detective Agency.
Huh? That's crazy! But
That must have been a very long time ago.
why did Heizou leave?
Well, I
After
can't
the
imagine
incident,
why.
I was quickly convicted and sent to prison. Fortunately, Songo then promptly proved my innocence and caught the real murderer.
But that murderer was actually just a dummy to throw us off. Am I right, Detective Shikanoin?
Songo thought that everything went smoothly. So much so that she suspected the real murderer was someone else. Of course, Detective Heizou was also helping with the investigation. But after a long time, he still came up empty-handed. Later on, he decided to join the police station to continue his investigation on the inside, which is why he left the detective agency.
Ha! That's what I thought too. I was foolish enough to believe that Detective Shikanoin and I shared a common goal. But I was wrong about him. He has no sense of loyalty at all. He just wanted to become an official as a means of gaining fame and fortune.
That's not true.
Come on.
He doesn't want to. He just wants to become official to make people fear his name. Has less to do with fame and fortune. Fear Detective Heizou so you never commit crime again.
Investigation. That's just somebody's wishful thinking. Second, purely out of curiosity, I did investigate the case later from within the police station. My conclusion was that the suspect Sango had caught was in fact the real murderer. And lastly, when Sango didn't buy my conclusion and asked me to disclose all related case files from the police station, I did exactly as she asked. I didn't hide anything.
Huh. He's lying right through his teeth.
That's it. I want this to end once and for all. Since the Traveler's my supervisor today, they have complete access to all the police station's files. If he's willing to help re-examine the case...
Am I willing to help re-examine the case?
Did,
yeah, probably.
Then you won't have to doubt me anymore.
Yeah, I guess I will.
Huh?
Unless you don't trust the Traveler.
Oh, unless you don't trust me? You're really dragging... You're also dragging me in between you two, too. I'm not really sure I want to... I don't really want to be the middleman like Ryuji, either.
The thought never even crossed my mind.
You have to swear that you will not mislead the Traveler by any means, and let him investigate the truth on his own.
Relax. I can...
Cross my heart, hope to die.
I can figure it out.
Well,
Thank
Traveler,
you.
Are you willing to help me with this? Will you agree to re-examine the Ryuji case and find the truth? You can bill me later for however much you'd like as compensation.
Wow, we're accepting a lot of commissions today.
However much they want!
Money is valuable, no doubt. But pursuing the truth is the reason I started this agency. The Ryuji case is the only case I failed to solve. I am willing to give you anything.
Yeah, you don't need to pay me that much. You should probably make sure you're paying Ryuji enough to go do all the little tasks you give him, though, on the everyday commissions and stuff like that. But anyway.
All right. I'm counting on you, Traveler.
Yep.
You hear that, Detective Shikanoin? Ha! Now we just need to wait and see.
All right, I got it. No need to keep yammering like that. You'll scare the kids next door. Come on, let's go back to the police station.
Yeah, no, she's a little bit too hostile towards Heizou. I'm not gonna lie, I really wasn't paying attention to her that much at all.
Quit following me.
Quit following me, he says. Quit following me, he says. I don't think I can do that anymore.
Get the case files. For now, why don't you go and chat with Yoriki Owada over there? He worked on this case too back in the day.
You seem to really want me to look into this.
No, you misunderstand. It's not that I want you to look into this. It's just that you're the only one who can.
Uh-huh.
You're the only one I can think of who Sango would ever believe. She trusts in both your qualities and abilities. So I hope your findings can finally convince her and put an end to this whole thing.
Me too. It sounds like very unnecessary, like beef between you guys.
But who knows what she'll do in the future. All right. I'll go get those case files. You go ahead and talk to Yoriki Owada for a while.
All right. I can do that. Sorry, what are we trying to get? We're trying to get the police files? Okay, we can do that.
Oh, hello there.
Heizou sent me to talk to you about the Ryuji case.
The Ryuji case? So you want to reinvestigate that one?
Yes.
That was several years ago now, but I still remember it clearly. It's pretty hard to forget something like that. Especially when the victim was the head of this police station. His name was Takatsukasa Isamu, the younger brother of Takatsukasa Susumu, head of the Takatsukasa clan.
Oh yes, I remember the
He was
Takasukasa
much younger than me, and already had quite a
clan.
reputation.
from the Raiden Shogun story quest.
If only he was still alive.
Oh, and also from Ayato's story quest.
Who would have guessed someone was plotting against him?
They said Ryuji's the top suspect.
People will believe anything they hear. Everyone in the police station knew that Ryuji saw Takatsukasa Isamu like a father. Ryuji was an orphan, you know. Before he joined the station, he had been taking odd jobs here and there. It was Isamu who really took him under his wing. Ryuji was simple and not particularly bright, but he was very loyal to those who treated him well. He's also hard-working. Isamu must have seen these qualities in him and decided to keep Ryuji by his side. Ryuji worked with him for years after that, and was even promoted to be his personal assistant. Do you really think Ryuji would do anything to harm him?
So, then why was Ryuji convicted? Even Paimon can tell that's a mistake.
Yeah, that doesn't seem fair.
Here comes the interesting part of the case. Within a week, and before all the loose ends had even been tied up, Ryuji received his conviction. Moreover, it was signed by Madame Kujo Sara.
What? Why would Sara do something like that?
Yeah, what do you think, Owada?
I'm getting older now, and my eyesight is poor. I can't see too clearly anymore.
Hey, come on, Yoriki Owada. There's nothing to see. It's obvious that the Kujo clan did it.
You can't just go around saying things like that, Wisuki. Those were just hearsay. There was no evidence.
That's not true. Traveler, you may be unaware that the Takatsukasa clan has always been assisting
I am aware because I did the Raiden Shogun story quest, so I am aware of that.
Who doesn't want to be the boss, right? And Takatsukasa Isamu was the key figure for the Takatsukasa clan to bring down the Kujo clan. At that time, no one was held in higher regard than Isamu. So, naturally, the Kujo clan saw him as a potential threat. Kujo Takayuki must have been planning it all along, that rascal. Takayuki is able to control the Takatsukasa clan as long as he's in power.
Well, he's not anymore. We kicked him out of power during the Archon quest because he was working with the Fatui.
Kamaji of the Kujo clan would still have been too young.
Oh, okay.
The two of them wouldn't stand a chance.
Oh, I see. You mean like in the past.
You think Kujo Takayuki would simply sit back while Isamu gained traction?
I don't know.
So he decided to strike first.
You youngsters and your conspiracy theories.
It does sound like a conspiracy theory. It does add up, but it definitely is baseless.
Why would an impartial person like Madame Kujo Sara sign Ryuji's conviction so quickly? They had to find a scapegoat to pacify the Takatsukasa clan, so Kujo Takayuki must have told her to sign it immediately.
Well, you know what? This does make sense. But I mean, as Owada just pointed out, there's no evidence.
I respect her very much, but maybe...
Oh, she definitely had no choice, because anything Takayuki told her to do, she would do it.
No, I'm sure Madame Kujo Sara must have had her own reasons.
What about the real murderer who was later caught by Sango?
The guy was a forensic expert who worked in the station named Shiroyama. I have to admit, he wasn't easy to track down. That Sango really is something, though. She caught him without even breaking a sweat. It turned out that after poisoning Isamu, Shiroyama secretly took the poison to Ryuji's place in order to frame him. Later on, the poison was also found in the forensic office, but that was already...
I don't like stories where people get framed. I don't like stories where there's a misunderstanding that gets unsolved for a really, really long time.
Was on his trail, probably because he knew it was only a matter of time before he would be caught. Of course, he didn't admit whether he had been prompted by Kujo Takayuki. He took the responsibility alone. I bet Kujo Takayuki promised him a sizable compensation. After all, Shiroyama had a family to feed.
There you go again, pulling conclusions out of thin air. There wasn't any evidence of that at all.
Listen, I can almost guarantee that it was the Takatsukasa clan who invited Sango to investigate. We all knew that Ryuji was just a scapegoat. You think the Takatsukasa clan wouldn't figure that out? They're not stupid. So, they were suspicious of the Kujo clan and invited Sango to take the case. However, the Kujo clan were still a step ahead and were able to remove themselves from the situation before the whole thing blew up.
Okay, Sango wants at least documents though, not like...
his own life.
like
perfectly clean cut.
just a
of the
description.
Kujo clan.
So
With Shirayama dead, there was no one left to testify. Even the Electro Archon herself
so
wouldn't be able
can
to
we
do
get the
anything.
police documents so we can
You make
go
up
back
stuff
to
faster
Sango
than a
yet?
politician. It's a wonder nobody's asked you to be an advisor yet.
Hey, that's their loss.
The whole thing is starting to sound complicated.
I love how he's like, "Oh, you should be a politician assistant." He's like, "Well, I'm surprised nobody's hired you." Yeah, surprised nobody's hired me.
After all, people can tell you anything, and it's hard to separate truth from rumors without facts.
Yes, that's the internet in a nutshell right there.
Is the case files. Everything laid out here is all that the police station has about the case. Please, take a look. Remember, you may find many clues during an investigation, but not all of them are useful. And in some cases, the clues you will find will not only be useless, but downright misleading. Also, if a clue cannot corroborate anything on its own, you can always compare it with other clues, and maybe then you'll find what you're looking for. Okay, that should just about do it. I'm looking forward to your results.
Hold on. What actually counts as a result?
Something we can bring back to Sango.
You need to find two things from these clues: a proven motive and proven means. Once you can confirm these
innocent
two
until
things,
proven
the criminal
guilty.
can be proven guilty.
Okay, understood.
All right, you can go ahead and get started now. I look forward to hearing your verdict.
Yeah, that makes sense. Fine. Talk to Heizou again.
So, what did you find? Sure.
What files? Why is the objective, Oh, here's the files. It's like, why is the objective just talk to Heizou? The objective should be to read all these first. Okay, wait before the incident, Master Takatsukasa Isamu caught a cold and lost his appetite. The night before the incident, he yet to recover, so busy with his work, blah, blah, blah. Dr. Shirayama came to deliver the medicine. And that, okay. Okay, so we literally have to solve a murder mystery with all of the evidence. So I went to the forensic office to retrieve some and gave it to Master Takata. But the next day, he was so kind to me, I swear I would never do it to him.
Come to think of it, Shirayama was a forensic doctor. He could easily pull off something like this.
Okay. Okay, go back here. Shirayama's test. Okay. He murdered. They appeared to be honest and honorable. Secret. He also said I refused to throw me in prison and use my family to blackmail me. I killed him with a new type of poison I had someone purchased from me at the International Trade Association. I later framed my colleague Ryuji. Now it's only a matter of time before the detective uncovers everything. I don't make a big mistake of this no only death awaits me. I merely ask my family to be spared.
Hey, this is the key to proving that Shirayama was the murderer, right? That is,
right.
If he was telling the truth, of course.
I mean, but that means that if that kind of testimony was enough to prove that he was the one, because that is a motive and a means. But if that was the case, this case would already be solved. So there must be some hidden meaning behind this. If we have decided this is not evidence of it, so autopsy report too. I really want to look at an autopsy report now. After, never mind. 41-year-old police station manager. Clothes intact, no visible trauma, no sign of struggle. The throat was congested and swollen, caused by a cold before his death. A little ulceration was found in the stomach and intestines, caused by a novel toxin. Small volume of fish liver paste. Fish liver extract. Small volume. Okay, do I? Mucous membrane disease plus respiratory and circulatory. Okay, so he's poisoned. It's a fancy way of saying it. Poisoned. Written by the deceased. Okay. Shirayama, long time no see. I trust the thing I asked for you is in progress. I had a visit to your home today while you weren't around. Thankfully, your wonderful wife welcomed me. She's a fine woman, perfect match for you. Your wife is 5 months pregnant, I believe. Fancy that my wife, too. I took the liberty of returning once more to provide her with some health supplements, even administer them herself. She's most grateful indeed. You be equal gratefully to me, and don't keep me waiting.
Tsukasa Isamu seems like a thoughtful person.
Yeah, I was basically saying, if you don't help me, I'm not going to let your family live, kind of thing. So we should be aware of that. What is this? Conviction of Shiroyama and conviction of Ryuji. Forensic doctor, subordinate of the deceased Takatsukasa Isamu. Shiroyama grew to resent his boss following conflict at work. He then secretly bought a bottle of poison to kill him in revenge. And his poison was later found in the suspect Shiroyama's office. In his testimony, he confessed to having planted the poison found in Ryuji's house. For the crime of premeditated murder, Shiroyama's favorite sentenced to death. Oh. They have, I guess this is Inazuma. This is not the first time somebody's gotten executed. Punishment cannot be carried out as a suspect ended his own life before the, oh, okay. This file should be kept signed Kujo Sara.
Ah, so Shiroyama's conviction was also signed by Kujo Sara. Just like Ryuji's.
Toxicology report. The toxin that causes, okay, an odorless, tasteless, and inert substance. Because it always has to be odorless, tasteless, and inert, right? It has to look like, just look like water, basically. Flavorless, clear, nothing suspicious with it at all. That's chemistry for you. Soluble in water, but insoluble in other substances. Has the properties of a synthetic toxin. It appears as fine, white, powdery. It's no tentative name, white powder. Great. Thank you to whichever toxicologist named that. The stations investigate the ledgers of all domestic commerce guilds. No transaction record for such an item was found.
A synthetic toxin? What's that?
A synthetic toxin is a poison made by people, Paimon. That's what it is. What is next? Research log on the Office of Forensic Science. It's blank.
Huh? That's weird. There's nothing here. This must be some of the false information that Heizou told us to look out for.
Right, except there's no information is what I actually got from that. Conviction of Ryuji. Doshin is subordinate of the deceased, okay. After following the conflict at work. He then oh. So it's the same thing as the conviction for Shiroyama, except as Ryuji. Wait. But here's the thing. Isn't Ryuji's real name something else, and Ryuji's the name he took once he started working for Sango? So I'm still wondering, why does everything say Ryuji if this is before he met Sango? Or am I just remembering the lore wrong? I could be just remembering the lore wrong. But I thought he had a different name before he started working for Sango. And then when he worked for Sango, then she gave him the name Ryuji. Okay.
Wow. Ryuji's conviction really was.
At least it didn't. Did it say he was sentenced to execution? I don't think so. Which, is probably a good thing since he was framed. We're pretty sure he's framed. Is the audio glitching? It's giving a weird humming now and then. Good question. The answer is probably yes, because I'm just streaming this off of my iPad, and probably it's glitchy. Let me know if it happens again. I will see if there's anything I can do to fix it. Yeah, I believe it. The answer is probably yes. Okay. Well, I don't know if is there anything new we got from this? I'm pretty sure it was Shiroyama.
So, what did you find?
Yes.
Really? You found the criminal's motive and means that quickly? Awesome.
Well, I could have gotten the motive and means exactly from
first.
Shiroyama's testimony.
What clue?
Unless I'm missing something. These two.
Excellent work. According to the victim's message, the two had deep conflicts. Although we cannot confirm whether the poison had been requested by the victim or not, it is true that Isamu used Shiroyama's family to blackmail him. Such circumstances could be enough motive for Shiroyama to commit the crime.
Yes.
But wasn't Takatsukasa Isamu good to Shiroyama?
No, Paimon, that's not. That's. I mean, health supplements, yes.
But maybe he didn't really bring health supplements. Maybe it was something bad.
Maybe.
Is that what you think, Paimon? Well,
okay, no. They're probably real health supplements, but the thing is, if you don't help me, I'll stop sending you health supplements.
If you consider the circumstances, what he sent wasn't important. What was important is that sending the supplements was actually a dangerous signal. Isamu was essentially implying, I can put anything in your wife's supplements at any time. If you really care about her safety, then get me what I want.
Yeah, more like that. Like, I control your life and the life of your family. You're gonna do as I say, is what the message really was there.
You're not really that dark inside, are you?
Paimon, we've seen some pretty dark things recently. I think that that's not even the worst.
And the murderer's motive is confirmed. Now, all that's left is the means of the crime.
So then I'm wondering to myself, what exactly is it that Sango doesn't agree with here? This seems all...
What did you find? Have you come to
I guess she's looking for the evidence. She doesn't have this evidence on hand. The means, the poison, right? Shirayama's testament and the autopsy report. And the the autopsy report, the testament, and the toxicology report. All of those.
Bingo.
They all mention poison.
The report confirms that the cause of death was a special toxin. The testament indicates that Shiroyama used his position as a forensic expert to mix the toxin into the cold medicine taken by the deceased. But is that really the truth? Is it not possible that the toxin was mixed into the fish liver paste? Well, according to the toxicology report, this white powder only dissolves in water. Neither rice nor the fish liver paste could be used as a carrier of the toxin. The cold medicine was the only option. Putting the poison elsewhere would not only fail to guarantee a lethal dose, but would also...
So they mix the poison into the medication. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Therefore, the means is also confirmed.
Add that to the motive for the crime and... Oh, so the murderer really was Shiroyama.
Yep,
great. So, you know, if we just provided all of these documents to Sango... Like, would we really have had to... Did we really need to go through all of this ourselves?
It's pretty clear-cut. Huh. You could say it's almost too clear-cut.
True. My intuition tells me this seems too easy to be true, except for the fact that I don't recall Hangout events usually being this long. So I would expect it to be true for the sake of saving time.
Oh? Well, let's hear them. Maybe I have answers.
Yeah.
What's bugging you?
What's bugging me? The research log, everything's blank. Based on convictions written by Kuchosara for Ryuji and Chu, the two committed the same crime. Why are their punishments different? Oh, I noticed that. Yeah, why is Shiroyama's execution and Ryuji's just like, lol, we're gonna keep this on the file. The toxicology report mentioned it's not sold anyone in Inazuma, but Shiroyama's testament said it's by the International Trade Association. True! Maybe he didn't buy it. Maybe he made it himself. Why is the research log blank? Someone tear out the pages. Okay, these are all excellent questions. Thank you, Ether, for not letting my basically blank mind completely miss all of these things because my mind is blank and still thinking about Inversion of Genesis. Okay, this.
Very nice.
Well, because I used up all of my I pay attention to detail and notice these obscure things points for Inversion of Genesis.
Works for you. So, why would Madame Kujo-Sara sign one conviction sentencing Ryuji to temporary incarceration awaiting trial, and another conviction sentencing
it's probably not Sara, it's probably Takayuki telling Sara to do it.
I heard some rumors back at the station that when this case first came up, the Kujo clan higher-ups were in dire need of a scapegoat to keep the Takatsukasa clan off their backs. And poor Ryuji became the successful candidate. In less than a week, the conviction was drafted, sent to Madame Kujo-Sara, and signed. Allegedly, she knew what it was about as soon as she saw it, and signed it with no questions asked. But anyone who buys this story clearly doesn't know that much about Madame Kujo-Sara. She's the most principled person in the entire Tenryou Commission, for goodness sake.
She's actually honorable and tries to do the right thing, not just what she's told to do, although for the time she did, because that's all she could do.
Oh, you mean...
Exactly. Before she signed it, she changed Ryuji's conviction from the death sentence
Oh,
to
yeah, okay, that makes
temporary
sense. He didn't confess, but Shirayama did confess, so there's nothing she could do to argue the full maximum sentence.
Had changed his sentence, Sango would have been seeking justice for a dead man.
Why was Sora so lenient with Ryuji?
That's the wrong question. This wasn't about Ryuji, but Madame Kujo Sara's principles. The conviction could have been for a Ryuji, a Guji, heck, even a Tanuki, and she would have made the same
And this all lines up with what we know from Sara from the archive
she was under at the time.
When she found out what Takayuki was up to, she completely turned on him. Not for any reason other than she knew it was the right thing to do, to call him out for doing bad things to the people of Inazuma. Starting the vision, enforcing the vision hunt decree and all that. It's just, how she goes. She just makes sure that justice is properly carried out.
Kujo Sara convicted Ryuji under pressure from her superiors. I have no idea.
Ugh. Rumors here, conspiracy theories there.
Confusion everywhere, am I right?
Fortunately, Madame Kujo Sara works in an open and transparent manner, and pays no heed to rumors like this. She just rolls her eyes and forgets all about it.
How do you know? Well, she's his boss, so I guess he knows, right?
Just because she has never publicly clarified the truth doesn't mean she was hiding anything. So when I asked her about it, saying it was relevant to a case I was working on, she just told me how it was. Believe me, in this case, more than any other, I have checked every last detail.
Okay, good. So we get a chance to ask the other ones. Okay, why is this blank?
This also puzzles me. Maybe someone doesn't want us being privy to the content inside, or maybe Shirayama tore a bunch of pages out
by accident? This just does not sound like there's any accidents really
this
in this
isn't
case.
essential to the case. Like I said before, a lot of what comes up in an investigation is irrelevant information.
Yeah, okay, I'm hoping. I'm hoping the other evidence we got kind of covers for that.
Which we have established.
Okay, good. Where do you get the poison from?
The International Trade Association is a gathering place for merchants from all over. Countless merchants pass through the port of Rito every day.
Could be an under-the-table kind of deal as well. That doesn't necessarily mean it was...
I've answered all your lingering questions.
Well, it was used as a murder
all the
weapon,
material the police station has,
So maybe it is kind of a bad thing that it didn't get documented.
It feels like something doesn't add up. But then again...
it feels like everything does add up except for the fact that this is going on suspiciously long. And this is going on suspiciously long for a Hangout event. And therefore, that does incline me to believe that there is a problem here.
I don't follow. Enlighten me.
At the detective agency, you told Sango I disclosed everything the police station has on the case. When we started to look at the files, you sent us everything laid out here is all that the police station has on the case. Just now, you said again, you've checked all the material that the police station has.
Huh. Right. Why do you keep emphasizing police station every single time?
Ooh, now we're the ones investigating him.
Why do I keep emphasizing police station every time?
Because you're trying to hint that there's other information that the police station doesn't have.
So we're
probably shouldn't say that inside the police station, but yes.
The investigation was about to end a little early. That would have been a real shame.
It should have been a bad ending for it ending early, so at least get another ending.
You're absolutely right. There is other information that the police station doesn't have. Reason being? It's my own evidence. And this evidence should help answer a couple of your questions more clearly. Why was the research log from the Office of Forensic Science blank? And where did the white powder come from?
Aha! Paimon knew you were keeping secrets!
Mm-hmm.
Don't you have secrets too?
Yes.
Nope. Nope. Definitely not.
Let's talk somewhere else. This isn't the best place for this discussion.
An ideal detective I am? What is this? Correctly analyze the motives and truth behind the crime the first time. I guess I got an achievement for that. Where are we going? Here we go. Hello, how's your wishing for your school homework to be finished at the shrine go?
This is a quiet spot. Let's talk here.
Okay.
All right. Here's the secret I've been keeping all along. The torn out pages from the research log of the Office of Forensic Science.
Wait! But Paimon can't believe you kept this a secret all this time!
It's not like you think. I wasn't the one who tore out the pages. Look, just read it over first.
Okay. Acidic nutrients stretch from the Sunsetia over the course of poor spores to whom the substance has been administered. Oh, the poor forest spores. Hey, they always label, like, this stuff wasn't tested on animals. Apparently whoever made this poison here did not follow through with that. Oh, it's Shirayama, okay. The mixing prediction was then repeated by placing the Sunsetia with concentrated Sunsetia juice in the fish liver with the concentrated liver face. A large quantity of the powdered substance was produced. 1 week to a few hours. Oh. So you didn't use the Sunsetia or the fish liver to administer the poison. It was the poison.
Finished? Do you see now? The method used by the perpetrator to commit his crime wasn't by putting the white powder in the cold medicine.
The cold medicine and the fish liver paste were mixed to form the white powder.
That's correct. The white powder was Shiroyama's invention.
Yeah, that's what I could have figured. If he's like a forensics guy, he must know some chemistry. Therefore, he didn't need to purchase the stuff. He just made it. Of course, you should not give somebody that. So, that's not a good use of, science knowledge, obviously. But I did think it was more likely he just made it himself rather than, because if he has the skill set for it, then he bought it from somewhere.
The real modus operandi.
Oh, that's awful. One was medicine, and the other was an expensive nutritional supplement. Both completely
He used a chemical reaction to turn it bad.
Both are harmless on their own, but when combined, poof. That's it.
Well, why didn't he admit this in his testament? There was no need for him to hide it. True, if he already admitted he committed the crime and used poison for it, why didn't he actually, no, Ether, there's a good reason. He probably doesn't want anyone else to do the same thing.
It was not him who wanted to hide it, but the person pulling the strings behind him.
Oh?
You mean there was someone else pulling?
Oh, right, was it someone in the Kujo clan?
Curious where I found these pages
in the Tenryou Commission, right?
It was in Kujo Takayuki's
secret
warehouse.
So that guy's conspiracy theory wasn't completely wrong.
I did some digging
Although I'm not sure this counts as evidence towards the conspiracy theory being right. But I did think, these are a lot of times this conspiracy theory, probably partially true at least. But there's no evidence, so it's not like you can convince Sango of that. But that's true, Kujo Takayuki also has motive in this murder. So he just needs to find someone else to carry out the murder who would also have motive, a believable motive.
Kujo Takayuki had lost his grip on power, and the Tenryou Commission was undergoing a general reshuffle. To avoid coming under suspicion, Madame Kujo Sara put me in charge of building a case against Kujo Takayuki. But I found a huge stash of fish liver paste in a secret warehouse. Nothing hugely incriminating about that, of course, but I still took the trouble to open each and every package until finally, I had to concede that this really was just a huge stash of fish liver paste.
Okay.
Then, underneath the floor tiles, where the fish liver paste was stacked, I found a secret compartment with this torn-off research report lying inside.
Okay.
So it was him who wanted to frame Ryuji all along.
It's okay, well, at least
At
least we've gotten justice then from the fact that Kujo Takayuki is already,
Takatsukasa Isamu,
locked up
for
for
whatever
life.
reason, noticed Shiroyama's talent as a forensic doctor and asked him to develop a special poison on his behalf. But Shiroyama was already working for the Kujo clan, so he refused. Takatsukasa Isamu wasn't about to take no for an answer, and that's where things took a dark turn. He twisted Shiroyama's arm by making a veiled threat to harm his family. All Shiroyama could do was to secretly report everything to Kujo Takayuki. When Takayuki learned what was happening, he instructed Shiroyama to pretend to cooperate with Takatsukasa Isamu, then kill the latter with the white powder once it was fully developed. Meanwhile, Ryuji's only role in this case was to deliver the fish liver paste to Takatsukasa Isamu on Shiroyama's orders, completely unaware of the fact that he was being used as a pawn and that this was a key ingredient needed to create the poison. After the incident, Kujo Takayuki hoped to make Ryuji the fall guy, until the death sentence was stalled when it reached Madame Kujo Sara.
Thank you for saving his life, sir.
Meantime, Sango had begun her own investigation. Kujo Takayuki grew nervous that the truth would get out, so he threw Shiroyama to the wolves, hounding him to death and erasing all traces of contact between the two. Yet, he wanted to keep this secret formula, so he hid it. Greedy guy, that Takayuki. He must have wanted to have it on hand just in case he needed to employ it again in the future, and make someone else disappear.
This Kujo Takayuki is an evil lunatic! We've got to report this to A. Whatever his current punishment is, it needs to be 10 times worse!
That would be practically impossible. One research log found in his warehouse doesn't prove anything. Even I can think of 100 excuses. Besides, Ryuji directly contributed to Takatsukasa Isamu's death by delivering the fish liver paste to him. The fact that he was unaware of the true nature of the situation doesn't matter.
But he's still innocent, right? Isn't it just a coincidence? I don't really get how it all works.
Legally speaking, the judge would most likely rule that it was accidental. But in practice, Ryuji may still have to end up shouldering some responsibility.
So basically...
Not gonna lie, I'm just gone quiet because it sounds like being a detective with Heizou is a lot of work.
As easily as physical wounds. My biggest worry is that
mental trauma doesn't heal as easily as physical wounds.
He's like an innocent child. He freely gives his trust.
Thanks
and
for
love to
saying
everyone
that.
treats him
Well, I'm still coping with what happened before.
I'm pretty sure that to this day, he has never paused to wonder whether Takatsukasa Isamu was actually a good person, or Sango just hired him as a gopher, or why I left the detective agency. If he found out the facts about Takatsukasa Isamu, I'm afraid it would crush him.
So why are you revealing the truth to me today?
Well, as you can see, I'm a little less confident than people might think. To prevent Ryuji from getting hurt, I covered up the truth. But by doing so, have I held him back? Did I do the right thing? I couldn't turn to anyone for help, and everyone around me thinks I'm so smart that I should just be able to handle every case on my own.
Oh, it's okay.
Even if I
Thanks
tried
for
to
talking
discuss
with
it
me.
with them, they'd just say, "Don't be ridiculous, Mr. Heizou. No problem's too difficult for you." But you're different. Unlike them, you don't have that kind of prejudice towards me. You've traveled far and wide and have had all kinds of experiences. It must have taught you a lot. Most importantly, my intuition tells me that you're someone special, that I can trust you and that you can help me. Right? So, how do you do to be the one to decide whether we should expose the truth or not?
I think we should, because otherwise then Sango's just gonna be mad at you for the rest of the time. I don't have the energy to deal with that.
You decide, and you certainly don't need to... All right,
let's get back. Okay. You've kind of overloaded me with information. I can't... My brain really doesn't have room to process anything extra that I'm still processing from the other day. So I don't know if I can... I don't know if I can really help you with this here, Heizou.
Hey, Traveler. Hey, Detective. You're back.
Oh, I'd love to have some
No matter what you were able
tonkatsu.
to find, it's all in the past and won't ever change.
True.
So
Let's
I
eat
think
some
we
food.
better chow down first. Besides, if Sango knows...
Come here, Ryuji, pipe down. Let's hear the trouble.
Okay then.
Don't worry. Just tell us your...
They're both correct, so... They're both correct. They're both gonna lead to the second.
How? How could this be?
Huh. So, that's what they look at.
Ryuji, I know it's hard to accept, but...
Wait a minute. Sorry, I have quite the stomach ache. Sango, can I take the day off?
Go take the day off.
Sure, of course. Take the week.
Yeah, you need some time off.
Oh, Paimon hopes Ryuji will be okay.
I didn't expect things to turn out like this.
Just give him time to himself. I think he'll eventually come to accept it.
I'm still a little worried, though. What if he doesn't come to work tomorrow?
What do you mean? You said you're gonna give him the day off, the week off.
Don't you worry about that, Sango. You need some time to process all this too.
That's, yeah. First of all, I didn't expect this hangout to be so long. Second of all, I will take a break after this ending because I did not expect this to... This is not as, like, emotionally taxing, but it's still, like, mentally draining when I just wanted to do something... I just wanted to do something fun to... Okay, the following day. Something fun to take my mind off of what I'm actually thinking about, but... that's not happening, unfortunately. And also I'm getting tired, because it's been like 2 hours. Oh, he's holding his vision. I'm happy I pulled for Wonder.
Ah, you're here. Don't worry. Ryuji came earlier this morning.
Oh, that's good.
I guess he handled a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
I was mostly worried.
Or at least, you know, having something to do at least helps you take your mind off things for a bit so you can take a little bit of a break. Is he not here?
He went over to Natsuki Nogen Crafts to buy something.
Let's go find him. Shall we?
Before you go, Heizou, I kind of understand now what you meant when you left.
Oh, really? I'm happy to hear you say that.
Yeah.
All right.
No more arguing, no more fighting. That's good. So, you know what? I usually budget like 2 hours to do these hangouts. This is only the second ending where we're reaching the 2-hour mark. So, I'm getting tired. Usually I don't stream for that long. Except for the days I'm mentally prepared to do it, like when I did Inversion of Genesis. I'm mentally prepared this could take 3 or 4 or even 5 hours. So, and then I just was left feeling very tired.
There's Ryuji with a little cute tissue.
Oh, her hair is pink.
You see her twist? Oh, Ryuji.
Oh, today's the Game Awards. That's cool.
I've never seen what he looked like.
Of course. Takatsukasa Itsumi was a very handsome man. Also, it's not uncle. Call me brother.
You look so old.
Well, I'm still your brother.
Huh? How come?
Because he treated me like a son.
Aw, hello.
Huh? Who are you guys?
We helped Ryuji today.
We're friends with your big brother Ryuji, and with your father too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Yay! I've never listened to Daddy's friends to say that. Can you tell us some stories about him? I really want to hear them.
Sure. Why, I know enough stories about your old man that if I started talking now, you'd be all grown up or finished them.
Wow, that's amazing. I don't want to grow up too soon. Maybe when I'm 100. 200 years old. No, 300 years old. Yep, I'm gonna wait until I'm 300 years old before I become a grown, so that I can make sure I finish all the stories for...
Sounds like a good plan. Yay! Alright. I guess we solved the mystery? That was quite a mystery. Yeah, being a detective for a day is hard work. Alright, I think this is gonna be where I'm gonna end off this stream. But yeah, thank you. Thank you to everyone who stopped by the stream today. Thank you, Turtle, for chatting with me. I really appreciate someone chatting with me. And I am just going to continue,
There's no need to exchange
avoiding being miserable after playing the Archon Quest. That's, yeah. I might, you know what? If this didn't cheer me up enough, I think if I go play Genius Invocation TCG tonight or tomorrow night, that will definitely cheer me up, for sure. And then, of course, tomorrow in Splatoon is going to be Big Run Day. And I am looking forward to that. You know, Big Run is coming! And I am looking forward to seeing the Samnite invasion take place. So, yeah, I realize I have not brought Scaramouche back to Inazuma. I wonder how he feels to be back here, honestly. I mean, he's been to Inazuma City before. When he came to ask for help here. Or something. You know what? I don't even really want to... I don't really want to... think about... anything right now. Let me just wander around aimlessly again until I get better. Alright. Enough of me just saying random things. Somehow I think I've managed to make it through the whole stream without directly spoiling anything that's exclusive to Inversion of Genesis. Which is good. Spoiler-free stream. Except for like stuff from like artifact lore and things that we already know from before that. Okay, I'm just trying to justify to myself the fact that I'm still rambling here. Alright, goodbye everyone.